Hey there. It's been a couple weeks since I have released a podcast, so I'm very excited to be recording this. A lot of personal stuff going on. So I'll talk very quickly about what has been going on in my life for the last, 6 months or so, particularly the last month. And then I want to give some advice about social media to hopefully reduce your stress, your level of stress. So, first, I'm laughing because my dog inevitably is going to bark. I can see he is thinking about barking, so we'll see. But if you hear a dog bark, I may just leave it in the podcast. I'm recording this on the 28th of September, 2023, and about a month ago, a little less than a month ago, I shared the news on social media that I am pregnant, which, if you have been following me on social media, you know has been a long, long journey. I'm actually 6 months pregnant today, which is really exciting. I have struggled with infertility for years. Our whole fertility journey started at the end of 2018. So in essence, for the past 4 years straight, we have gone through 8 rounds of IVF, 3 rounds of IUI, every imaginable loss and frustration. So it has not been an easy road. So if anyone is out there struggling with fertility challenges, sending you lots of love. I know many of you have reached out because you've gone through IVF before or fertility challenges in general. So that's not necessarily what this podcast is about, but because of all that, it has been an extremely emotional couple months. And anyone who has struggled with infertility or losses in the past knows that when you first get pregnant, your reaction is not to celebrate. It's to make sure that this one will actually stick and, kind of getting through all the milestones. So I waited quite a bit to announce, just because we weren't quite sure what was going to happen, but we finally got to a place where I felt very comfortable. And there's nothing wrong with announcing early, obviously, and then having a loss, but that's just another emotional thing you have to go through that we had gone through many times before, and I wasn't sure that I was ready to go through this time. So anyways, announced it about a month ago, right before I went to my company convention, because I assumed that people would be able to tell that I was pregnant. I was a little over 5 months at the time when I went to my convention, but funny enough, I wasn't really showing all that much, especially like wearing baggy clothes. So I don't know, but it was nice to share with everybody and see a lot of my friends in person and all that. So I went to my company convention, which was amazing. I'll have to do a convention recap just from a marketing perspective here shortly. But that was so much fun. That was out in Los Angeles. I got to see family. So I actually went down there, flew out about 5 days early and spent a bunch of time with my family. And that was amazing. Got to tell my dad that I was pregnant in person, who lives out in California. So then I went to my convention, and the day after I flew back home here to Texas from my convention, I got deathly sick. Not literally on the verge of death, but one of those things where this was the worst sickness that I had had in many, 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 many years. I was out of commission for almost 2 weeks straight. And it was this weird upper respiratory, I don't know, who knows? I think it was RSV, something nasty. But being sick while you're pregnant, not fun. Being sick in general is not fun. Anyways, so that took me out for a good 2.5 weeks. I am finally now 3 weeks later, back on my schedule, back on my routine, working out, all that good stuff. So that is where I have been. That's a little just personal update. Things are going well. Like I said, I'm today officially 6 months pregnant, which is awesome. But now it's the walls are closing in. It's so silly. Now that I finally know that this is actually happening, I'm oh God, there's only 3.5 months left basically. So, and I'm a little bit older. I'm 44 years old. So, and this is my first time. So this has been a very interesting ride. My hat's off to anyone who has given birth before, because holy moly, it is a journey. My gosh. Anyways, I have been trying to catch up on social media, and my posting has been inconsistent because of traveling and being sick and all sorts of craziness. And so sitting down the last 2-3 days, I have been really thinking about how I want, number one, my business to grow in this next year, making provisions for that. If any of that is interesting to you guys, just like planning out your business, I'm happy to do some content around that topic. But it's something that I need just for my own sanity, I need and like to do often, is think about what do the next 90 days look like? What are the next 6 months, year? And especially with a baby coming, that's something that I really, really want to plan out. And in planning that out and being a little bit more active on social media this past week, I have come up with just a couple things that I'm reminded of that I wanted to share with you. So the first thing, I don't know about you, but I don't have all the time in the world to hang out on social media. If you do, awesome. If you are one of those people that can be on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and Pinterest and everywhere all at once and crush it all and build an audience everywhere, my hat's off to you. You are a damn unicorn. That is amazing. But if you're like the rest of us, there is a lot going on with your life and you probably have limited time. 80+% of people in the network marketing industry, I don't know what the exact stat is, but most people that are in network marketing and or affiliate marketing are doing this part-time for extra money. And so it is more than likely that you have a job and family responsibilities and everything else going on, plus social life and all that kind of stuff. Ha, 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 ha. I laugh because sometimes you're building your business and doing everything else and you kind of have to sacrifice the social life. So I get that. But I get a lot of questions. In fact, I actually got one this morning as well from somebody saying, hey, what's the best place to build my business? Or do I need to be on TikTok? Do I need to be on Instagram? I don't like it. Or do I need to be on Facebook? I get so many questions about this. And it's what seems like a very basic question, but I want to flip that question into something else. So if there is something that you're struggling with in your business right now, maybe your upline has told you that TikTok is the place to build your business and you just can't make it happen right now. If your upline has told you that you got to grow your Instagram following, I don't know, like whatever is going through your head, or you're seeing people selling courses on how to beat the algorithm or how to grow or how to go viral or anything like that, it becomes really tempting to think that what you're doing is not enough. It becomes almost enticing. And that's really what marketing is about, right? Marketing is when someone is going to tell you, remind you that you have a problem, and then offer to sell you a solution. And there's nothing wrong with marketing. We do it. But as a consumer of that marketing, and as a business owner, we have to remind ourselves that we don't have unlimited hours in the day. And if you're doing this network marketing thing on the side of some demanding job and family responsibilities and all the other things that are going on, it is not likely that you have a ton of money to hire out help or hire an ad agency or put resources towards some of the things that could help you grow a bigger audience. You're doing it organically, right? And that just takes time and patience. So I want you, when you start to get into that trap, that questioning yourself of, am I doing enough? Am I doing things like so-and-so? It's easy to get into that comparison game, There are so many people in my company right now crushing it on TikTok. And I'll be honest, my TikTok account sucks. Because I haven't put any effort into it. Do I need to put some effort into it eventually? Yes, because I want to. But is it a necessity? No. So let's talk about the questions and the things that we need to talk ourselves through, the questions we need to ask ourselves about business choices and how we spend our energy, how we spend our time, and where we choose to show up on social media. If someone is telling you that you need to be somewhere to grow your business, that should be a red flag. Immediate red flag. If someone is saying the only place to grow right now is TikTok, I want you to shut them off in your brain because it's not true. It's not true. Now, is TikTok wonderful? Absolutely. Do I wish I had 10,000 followers on TikTok or 100,000 followers on TikTok? Absolutely. Am I going to work towards that eventually? Yes. But if someone is giving you an absolute statement, like the only place you can grow right now is TikTok, or Instagram is not favorable to network marketers, or Facebook groups are dead, I want you to, when you hear statements like that, like call it out in your own head. You don't have to tell the person they're lying or that they're not true, but just that should be a red flag in your head that that person is speaking from their own personal experience. So the questions that I ask myself is, A, is this true? No, TikTok is not the only place to grow your business right now, because guess what? I can show you examples of people, including myself, that are successfully growing their business without it. Now, again, is it a great place? Yes. Do I recommend you do it? Yes. But if you don't have time and you don't have the energy and it's not something that is worth your time in the immediate future to figure out, then this is your permission slip to say, you know what? That isn't true, because I know that you could build a business in many, many different ways, and I see evidence of it elsewhere. And so I'm going to give myself some grace right now and allow myself to focus on other things. So number one question, is this always true? No. Like most of the people who speak in absolutes, it's just not always true. It's their personal experience. Number two, are there exceptions to this, right? It's just another way of asking, is this true? Are there exceptions? Can I find an exception? Yes, I can find an exception to almost anything. I can find an example of someone who is crushing it on Facebook groups and building an amazing business just with Facebook groups. It's not me. It is not me. I hate Facebook groups. But if you're the one who's crushing it on Facebook groups, you probably love it. And you probably think that everybody needs a Facebook group, right? So is this true, and are there exceptions? Those are two questions to ask yourself. The next thing that you should ask yourself is, what do I actually enjoy? What do I actually enjoy? The reason why this is important to me, and a question that I like to ask people, is the thing that you enjoy, you're going to show up with good energy and do. And you're going to likely do it more consistently, and you're going to do it with love and excitement and that really good positive energy. So let's just take the example of Facebook groups. I don't enjoy running a Facebook group. I've done it many times in the past. I have shut pretty much all of them down because I don't enjoy running them. It's a drain on me. Again, is there anything wrong with a Facebook group? Absolutely not. It's just my personal preference. I don't enjoy it. So am I going to go out of my way to create a business structure that relies on something I don't enjoy? Why would I do that? That makes no sense. So what do you enjoy? Do you enjoy creating reels and TikToks? Do you enjoy doing lives? Do you enjoy whatever it is that you're considering doing or not doing in your business? What are the things that excite you? Now, are there times when you have to do stuff that you don't enjoy? Yes, absolutely, obviously. However, if you're limited on time, I would rather see you spend your energy on the things that you actually enjoy doing, enjoy talking about, the things that you enjoy creating content about, rather than try to force yourself into the mold of somebody else that you might have seen be successful. Next question that I ask myself is, what is doable right now? Just what is even doable? There was a time, just a couple months ago where I was so sick in my first trimester that not much was doable. I was laid out, absolutely exhausted and laid out, and I could barely post on social media. I was not expecting that, by the way. That was kind of jarring. So for those of you who have struggled with deep, deep, deep pregnancy sickness, so much love to you, because it kicked my butt. But there was a moment where it was just not doable. And I had initially set out to do a 30-day TikTok challenge for myself, and I had to cancel it. And that's not because I'm not a stand-up person and I don't keep my word and all that kind of stuff. I just realized that it wasn't realistic. I couldn't do it. So what did I do? I did the basics. I rely on Instagram for my personal brand. I showed up there. I showed up for my team. I hit all my enrollment targets, all that, just doing the basics that I know how to do. I wasn't trying to do anything or challenge myself to do something that was not doable. Now, if you're in a phase where you're I've got the energy, right now, I feel really good, and I know that I probably have about 2 months of max business efficacy. So am I going to maximize spending that energy on business growth and doing the things that I, kind of the nice to things, right? Going live a lot, trying to build my TikTok more, etc. Yeah, I have the capacity right now to do that, and I actually have the time to do that. So now's a good time. So my point being is that what is doable for you is a very relevant question. You can compare yourself to, I'm just going to give an example, the 23-year-old girl in my company who has all day no responsibilities other than to grow her TikTok and Instagram. And so she can post 6 times a day, right? That may be you right now. That also may not be you right now. So what is doable for you? And then the last thing I like to think about is what makes sense for my goals right now, my budget, and my time. Like, what is in alignment with where I am going? If you are doing this part-time and you are limited on time, energy, budget, etc., then pick your favorite platform and go all in. Go all in. Go all in on Facebook. Go all in on Instagram. I don't care what it is. Go all in on TikTok. Does not matter. Pick a platform. Because again, is always evidence of someone who has built their business only on Facebook or only on Instagram. So don't let someone tell you that you have to be everywhere. Again, if you can be everywhere, great, fantastic. But many of us can't. So give yourself a little grace and make a decision that makes sense for your business. So what makes sense for you right now? What is your goal? And no, I don't mean like what's your rank goal. I mean like what's your daily income producing activity goal? What is your weekly recruitment goal? What is your weekly or monthly customer enrollment goal? Because if you don't know what that is, you can't make a choice. You just will always think that you're lacking. But if you know that you have to recruit 2 business builders and 4 customers every single month, and you can do that with Facebook, and you're going to be on track to hit your goals, then rock on with your Facebook strategy. You can ignore all the others, right? Or tackle them as you have time. But so many people don't know what their actual goals are. They don't know the numbers. They don't know what they need to be doing every single day. And they certainly don't know how many people they need to enroll and recruit every single month to get to where they're going or where they want to go with rank and pay. And so once you break it down into numbers, you can start to strategize. You can realize that, maybe I don't have enough Facebook friends to sustain what I'm doing right now or what I want to recruit right now. So therefore, I need to either expand who I'm connected to on Facebook or maybe try a new platform. Now that's a decision where if you make that decision consciously and deliberately, okay, now I can buy into the fact that you need to try a new platform and you need to focus on growth and you need to have a strategy. But it's not just a shot in the dark. It's based on numbers where you know exactly who you need to recruit, how many customers, how many business builders, what your time level is, and then you can track that. So I hope that gives you some encouragement or maybe just a reminder of the things that you already know, that when we link our activities to our goals and we chart them and we track them and we look at the actual numbers, we're more than likely to not waste time doing things that everybody says that we should do, but may or may not be really applicable to your business. Time is just your most valuable resource, right? So some of us have a lot, some of us have very little. It just depends. But when you only have limited time, you have to spend it wisely. So I hope that encourages you. This is your personal brand. You are a personal brand. You are the one who is in charge of your business. Don't let anybody else tell you what you can or can't post. Don't let anyone else tell you what platform you shouldn't or should be on. That is up to you. You get to make the decision. That's why we came into business, right? So that we could do things for ourselves. And so to let someone else dictate what you do just makes no sense to me. Anyways, again, I hope that was empowering for you. I hope that's helpful. Just a good little reminder. I have a surprise for you. So really excited. One of my best girlfriends, Chelsea Humphreys, and I have lots of experience in the network marketing industry. She wrote a book about a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago now, called Maven, which is all about how to grow your network marketing business. She and I realized that although books are great, a lot of times they don't always cover everything you want to know. And so we turned that book into a amazing course, if I do say so myself. This course is called Maven Network Marketing Academy, and it is specifically built so that you have a coach in your pocket at all times. What do I mean by that? I mean that we have recorded 19 like really, really value-packed chapters, plus 7 additional bonuses, audio chapters as well. These are all audio chapters, by the way, all audio chapters. So we have 26 total modules of an incredible course that is delivered to you over a private podcast feed. And that podcast feed will live on your phone and be available to you anytime you need it. What's amazing is that this specific course is designed to help you when you're not quite sure what you need to be doing, or when you're not exactly sure what strategy or what tactic to use. This is the course for you. We cover topics like how to start or restart your business. We start at the basics. We cover things like when you feel like it's just too hard, when you're not hitting your goals, when you feel like you need to be an expert and you're not. Things like when you feel embarrassed about selling or you don't like selling things. We've got a whole module on that. We've got a whole module on how to meet more people to talk to. We've got a whole module on I can enroll tons of customers, but nobody wants to do the business with me, which is the most popular topic ever. We've got topics like, when you run out of steam or get burned out, when life gets too crazy, what do I do? And then by popular demand, actually, this was a request from one of our students. We added a chapter in how to follow up with your prospects or leads to close sales. We've got manifestation journal prompts. We've got money mindset prompts. We've got a guided visualization, all sorts of good stuff. I even recorded a chapter on what happens if you don't have a niche and how to build your personal brand. So it is jam-packed. The cool thing is you pay for the course, it lives forever on your phone. And so instead of buying an expensive coach or belonging to like a membership that you don't use or any one of a million things that people just, spend money on and then don't see the value out of, this is something that you can go back to over and over. Pick the chapters that you need to listen to at the time, or you can listen to it all the way through, your choice. And it will certainly help you grow your business. Chelsea is a top earner in a different company. We have both built businesses with many, many challenges that we have overcome. We've had ups and downs and all sorts of stuff. We've been through it. We know a ton of leaders. There's just a lot of wisdom, I think, if I do say so myself, in this course that we hope you will enjoy. This is the course that both Chelsea and I wish that we had when we started in network marketing. I've told the story a million times, but I actually was desperate for something like this, and I ended up joining a mastermind that cost $22,000 before I had ever made like $1,000 in network marketing. So it may not have financially been the smartest decision. I don't regret it, but I wish that I had been able to pay much, much, much less money for a course like this that would have been exactly what I needed at the time, instead of searching around and paying an absolutely astronomical amount of money for the coaching that I did. So anyways, Maven Network Marketing Academy is ready for you. All the modules are recorded. So the moment you pay for it, it will be downloaded into your phone and voila, you can go and start listening. But I have something even better for you. Oh my God. In celebration of our relaunch, now that the whole course is finally done, we have got a coupon code for you. So coupon code is 100 off. That's the numbers 100 and then off, OFF, 100 off. That will be good for, let's see, when does that expire? I can't remember. I think it's the 7th of October. October 7th. So if you're listening to this before October 7th, then run and use that coupon for $100 off the pay in full option for the course. There's also a payment plan. You can also use Affirm to do installment. There's lots of good payment options. So don't let money get in the way of you grabbing this course if this is speaking to you. So anyways, we hope to see you inside Maven Network Marketing Academy. We hope to be like two little coaches that are in your pocket, available on demand for you to help you either get unstuck or get clarity in something that you are overthinking in your business, because that's what I'm here for. We want you to succeed. So $100 off. If you look in the show notes here, that coupon and the link to the course will be there. All right. Hope this helped. I can't wait to be back with more podcast episodes soon. If you liked this podcast episode, reach out to me on Instagram and let me know. Or if you have topics that you want me to talk about in the future, by all means, let me know. Talk to you soon. Bye.